Hey there, it's your friend Chris Luck. I'm the creator of Aiville, which is the largest and fastest growing community in the world for people like yourself and me who are learning how to use AI each and every day. I accidentally hit the button to go live a little bit early, and you caught me drinking my chocolate milk for the night, which this is actually special chocolate milk. It is 42 grams of protein. I'm trying to get like 250 grams of protein in a day. And this is like my last little sprint to get my protein in. But I just realized drinking chocolate milk and going live and talking is my mouth feels really dry. So I don't have any water around me, but hopefully you can all hear me and you can all see me. I just want to do a shout out to all of you that are taking the time to be here right now. Just so you know where you're at, we are going to be talking about how to use Sora AI and how to generate incredible AI videos using Sora. And we're doing this live. This is going to be a live tutorial, and we're going to be having a lot of fun. We have Greg coming in from Missouri. We've got David from Dallas. We have Chip Sanity from Southern California. Mark says, how's your voice vocals? If you can sing this song, you've nailed it. I cannot sing. The only songs that I can sing are Johnny Cash songs. So if you ever see me out anywhere and there is anywhere to karaoke, for some reason, I like to sing Johnny Cash. And my voice doesn't get high pitched, but I can make it lower if I have a microphone and some sound equipment. I love singing Folsom Prison Blues and Ring of Fire and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to sing right now as we're live because we would probably have a lot of people unsubscribe to the YouTube channel if we were to do that. I like to do it just for fun. But if you're joining me for the first time, like I said, I am the creator of Aiville, and it is an incredible community for people to learn how to use AI. And I'm keeping an eye on every day of the things that are trending, what people just are really going crazy about with AI. And then I spend the entire day learning as much as I can about it. And I put together a nice agenda and a bunch of examples, and I walk you through just kind of as if I always imagine you're sitting right here next to me in front of my chocolate milk in my Rambo knife. This is like one of my favorite, check this thing out. This is like one of my favorite gifts that I was ever given. That is like a legit Rambo knife in case someone kind of comes into my office while I'm doing a live stream. I can grab this and say, I'm busy, go away. So I actually locked my door, so they'd have to really want to come into my office and break down the door if they get to me and my Rambo knife. So what we're going to do is go through Sora and everything. I just want to make sure, since I did start a little early, I'm giving everyone enough time to get in. We have Michael coming in from Colorado. We've got Wade from Oceanside. We've got Elaine from Boulder City. We have Tim coming in from Tennessee. Where are you at, by the way, in Tennessee, Tim? I think Tim from Tennessee. I like that because in a couple of weeks, I'm actually going to take a little road trip and go through Nashville. And someone told me about this drive called like Red Dragon Run or Dragon Tail Run. It's like 22 miles and like 300 and something turns. And I want to take my Jeep there and kind of have a lot of fun with it. But I plan on being there in going through Tennessee in a few weeks. I have someone to sing with me. That would be June Carter. I like to sing Jackson as well. So let's go ahead and just have some fun and get right into it. It looks like we're about on time. So we're going to talk about how to use Sora. And if you are not yet a member of Aiville, you can always go to aiville.com. You can sign up for free. You can go to the app on whatever app store you like to use and download Aiville. And then when you come into Aiville, just go to the tutorials, and then you're going to find the tutorial that we're going through right now, which is how to use Sora. And if you don't know what Sora is, it is an AI video generator that will absolutely melt your brain with what is possible. If you go, it's by the same people that make ChatGPT, so it's OpenAI. So if you go to openai.com/Sora, you will actually see this is what it is. If you have a ChatGPT account, you have access to Sora for free. So just to take a look, if you don't really know what it is, we're going to go through some really incredible examples. But just to go over like an overview and some features, it gives you the ability to really like bring your imagination to life with using text, image, or video. So you can Just type in some prompts and get some incredible AI videos. You can take an existing image and have it do some insane things. You can take an existing video and change elements to it. So for instance, if you had like a video of like opening large doors into a library, you could then take that video and say replace the doors with French doors. You could turn the library into a spaceship. You could remove the spaceship and just say, you know, make the doors, instead of open to a library, open to a jungle. You could replace the jungle with opening the doors into like a lunar view. Imagine the kind of stuff you could do with just home footage with your iPhone. And just you could really think about looking at the world through a completely different lens, knowing you can take videos and just think of ways you could reprompt the videos you take and have it do completely different things. It also is going to give you the ability to do what's called a storyboarding, and I'll show you how to do all this here. I'm going to show you all kinds of cool things about how to generate AI videos with Sora in this video. But if you just want to kind of get a highlight of everything that it can do, again, just go to openai.com/Sora, and you can see just all of the crazy stuff that's possible. So, like I said, it's available for ChatGPT Plus, and it's also, if you have ChatGPT Pro, it's obviously going to be available in ChatGPT Pro too. We will go over all the things that it can do here. So some examples that will melt your brain. In yesterday's live stream, what I did was I showed you how to generate AI videos using Google VO3. I mentioned that I wish I prepared a few examples to show you, because this is only like this. I've had this YouTube channel for like 14 years and 4 months and I don't know how many days. And this is like the 7th time I've been on YouTube today in this video. So bear with me. I'm very new to this and I'm still kind of learning how to get better every day. That's why I'm going live every day of the week. So if you like live tutorials about how to use AI, you might want to subscribe to this channel, because I'm the one that's going to be doing them for you. But I wish I prepared examples when I went over a video yesterday with what Google VO3 was capable of, but I actually hit my credit limit yesterday. So today I found a much more efficient way to show you Sora AI video examples and actually how to get the prompts and everything from the examples. And there is a link here. Again, if you're in Aiville, just go into Aiville right now, go to the AI tutorials, and then go to the Sora tutorial. Here, let me back up just so you can see where it is. So when you go to the tutorials, you'll see, here, I'll zoom out so you can see, we have tutorials for all kinds of things. We got Sora, we got Google VO3, we have ChatGPT 5, Grok 4, just about every major thing going on in AI. I quickly put together a tutorial for you on how to use it. So coming down, once you get access to this tutorial, go to sora.chatgpt.com/explore/videos. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that link address, and I'm going to do it side by side with you. So we'll go here on the right side of my screen. And this is what you're going to have access to. Is going to be these are all the videos that people are actually, videos and pictures that people are creating like in real time. So if you came here and just kept hitting refresh, you're going to see new videos that people are creating, and it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. And what's really cool about this is when you find videos that you like and you're just like, God, how is that done? Like this reindeer that has these, you know, holes all over them. You could click on it, and then you can find out what the prompt was that was used. Sometimes people reveal their prompts and sometimes people don't. So I just recommend coming down and finding videos that you like. And when you find videos that you like, you can click on it and then see, you know, what the full prompt was. Some of these prompts you're going to find with Sora are going to be very simple, because with Sora, the simpler the prompts, the better results you're going to get. Whereas with Google VO3 and just other tools like Higgsfield and stuff like that, the more detailed prompts you have, the better you're going to get. But with Sora, seems to be the simpler, the better. Now, what makes Sora why Sora just makes why Sora AI makes every other tool look like a toy is that it can really outsmart every beginner-friendly video app, because other tools are going to limit you on what you can do before you even start. And Sora is actually going to give you a pro-level controls from day one. I'm going to show you how to use the interface and everything here in a minute. And you're going to be able to grow with Sora instead of outgrowing it. It'll break physics with your imagination. So other tools stick to really boring possible scenes that you can do, and Sora will really let you create worlds and really break all rules. And your creativity is really going to be the only governor of like what is possible. So you can go from idea to final video before like your coffee cools if you want to make some coffee right now and follow along with me. And like I said, these videos that people are creating are just unbelievable. There are no endless menus that you're going to have to click through. All you do is you just type and tweak whatever it is that comes out. You can just keep going back and forth and see instantly the results. And it's fast enough to really show off in real time on streaming, which I'm going to do right now for you, what it is that we can do. So I definitely recommend bookmarking this area here where you can see with just where you can be able to check the examples. So once you get to the explore page, which is again is sora.chatgpt.com/explore. If you only want to see videos, you can do /explore/videos, and that will show you just only videos. So you're not just looking at images. And it's also Sora is going to make everyone else's videos and AI generated videos just look like they're, YouTube in 2007, because the colors pop like they're alive. The motion feels like it really belongs in the theater. And even the bloopers that you see, you're going to find a lot of bloopers that things that usually the first video generation that you get with Sora is not going to be as good as what you're seeing on this Explore page, because the Explore page, somehow, Sora doesn't just show all of the videos that everyone's always creating. It's like picking and choosing the ones that when people create, the ones that really come out just incredible, that's the ones that are shown on the Explore page. So just so you know, like everything you're going to see in this video, I tried to be as thorough as possible, but I didn't want to overcomplicate things. I felt like in yesterday's live stream, we went on for like 2.5 hours, I think. And I felt like when I went back to look at it, I felt like I overcomplicated a lot of what I was showing you. So I want to make this live stream much more focused and much more buttoned up, and then have a lot of time for live questions at the end and do some live examples together and all kinds of things. So, and it looks like we're still getting a lot of you that are coming in. Greg, by the way, says that I'm cutting out. If I'm cutting out for anyone else, let me know, because I think I'm not on Wi-Fi. Oh, I am on Wi-Fi right now. Ugh. So if I'm on Wi-Fi, it could be my connection. But if I'm cutting out with anyone else, for anyone else, let me know. Looks like Tim Hardaway, by the way, thank you, said just started with Aiville and it's awesome. I'm glad that you love it because I love it. 120% of my time is all in Aiville. That is my business. So Greg says we're all good now. So sorry, it looks like it must have just been a little hiccup there. And what's up, Robert, the legally blind guy from Hamilton, Canada? I'd love to see that you're all coming in, and welcome back, Oliver, that was here yesterday. So we're going to get into, just so you know, everything you're going to see the 4-step planning hack that saves hours of pain. We're going to explore the Sora AI interface together. We're actually going to generate your first AI video together, and this is going to be very highly addictive, just so you know. And then now you got the basics. I'm going to show you how to level up. I'm going to show you how to optimize your Sora AI videos for social media. We're going to go over some Sora AI cheat codes to generate jaw-dropping videos. We'll go over some top FAQs about Sora that they don't want you to know. We're going to go over a new Sora AI Assistant that does everything you need for free. And as always, when we get to the end here, if you really like this live stream, you can always subscribe for daily AI live stream parties where we can learn together live here on my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and go through the 4-step planning hack that saves hours of pain and it gives you hours of pleasure. So first, you want to see the end before you even start. So before you create videos and start using up credits to generate these like incredible videos that you're seeing, you want to make sure before you start typing anything in, you think about the video you want to create. Assuming you want to create a video from complete scratch, which I'm going to show you 3 different ways we can make videos here using Sora. So once you visualize your final video in vivid detail, you really picture like the colors, what kind of motion you want. Like you can see some of these, the motion's very slow. The camera's like zooming in. Some of them is kind of like drone footage. Some of them is like as if the camera's down like on the ground, like slowly looking up. So when you're looking through this Explore tab and looking at these AI generated videos, really think about what type of style would you like for your video? And that's really going to be your North Star to really follow on your first frame. Then you want to break it down into bite-sized scenes. So with your AI generated videos, smaller chunks are going to keep you from feeling overwhelmed. It's going to let you tweak without redoing the whole video. Each scene is going to become like its own masterpiece. And then you want to feed Sora the right prompts first, because a clear setup is going to mean less messy revisions later. So you don't want to overload your first prompt that you try to get a video with too many words. I try to recommend just one sentence is all you need for your first prompt, because your guide, you're basically going to be guiding Sora like one prompt at a time and making some revisions instead of having to just wonder where your prompt screwed up. And just this really feels like you're training like a super smart creative partner. And you also want to preview and adjust before you export any videos. So you want to catch awkward bits in the video before anyone sees them. And then just you can make small tweaks along the way. I'll show you how. And those small tweaks can turn into something that's really mind-blowing and really save you hours of painful re-rendering. And it looks like I'm getting the hiccups right now from my chocolate milk. So that's a wonderful thing to happen when I'm live. So let's go ahead and explore the Sora AI interface together. To get started, when you go to Sora, just here, we'll back out of the explore and slash videos. We'll just go to sora.chatgpt.com. And that just takes you here. So it's like the default explore page, which is a mix of images and videos. So I'm just staying here because then you don't have to see moving videos as I'm trying to explain this kind of stuff. So you want to browse the explore feed, obviously, which you've already seen, especially as I've been talking. I've been kind of trying to scroll down, so just to keep you looking around as we're doing this. And when you see the videos that were really popping out, you can like the ones that you like styles of, so that way you have instant ideas of your own clips. So let's actually do this together. Before we actually get into a prompt, I'm just going to kind of point out like how I like to look at this kind of stuff. So something that I've noticed has been really popular lately on social media, and people are getting kind of going crazy over it, is people are making this footage that looks like it's like home footage from like an old camera from like 2001, like holding like your phone and trying to record it from your phone like back then. So this is pretty cool stuff. Like if you just want to kind of play around and make something that seems kind of viral looking, that's a really popular trend going on right now. So when you see a video you like, you can hit just the like button. This is another one. It looks like, again, like home footage. It looks like a bunch of owls and birds or something is just all over this trampoline in the backyard. So again, when you see this, you just want to find, it's actually hard to find the like button on because there's so much stuff going on that video, but you find the like button and hit like. You can come down, and again, there's going to be a lot of different styles. What I want you to pay attention to is pay attention to effects or camera angles or lighting, just things that really capture whatever kind of videos that you want to make. What is really standing out and getting your attention? This one looks nice. It looks like more kind of natural footage of someone looking at their phone, while they're working. I just like the overall effects and style of the video, so I can hit like on that one. I like things that look more realistic rather than things that just look like they're made with AI. So there's some pretty cute stuff here, though. So you could have a lot of fun, with things that are kind of fun and cutesy, but also things that are more realistic. I like this little panda jumping up and down. I like the camera movement on this one, so I would hit like there. So as you're clicking like on these, you can then go back and look at all the videos that you liked. So then you have like this is like your swipe file, as I like to call it. And this is where you can come and look at the prompts that made these videos and then see all of the effects and everything that they used. You can also click on top, and you can look at the top. It's not showing you just top videos. It's going to show you videos and photos, but you can look at top for the day, for the week, for the month of all time. Let's just do all time for fun. And then you're going to find, as you scroll down here, you're going to see, things that will just be really, really incredible, that it really gives you a second, it gives you a second take. This was a funny one. It was just a picture, but it looks like a cat doing like a selfie mode with a tiger behind it. You could turn that into some kind of crazy footage, though. Here, we'll go ahead and like that one, even though it's an image, because we might be able to use it. But you can see a lot of just really cool stuff that can be done here. And I also noticed too with Sora that it doesn't really give you a lot of problems with copyrighted stuff. So if you're asking for something that is like, Starbucks, or here you're asking for, a Leonardo DiCaprio, like giving Barney a kiss, at the front of the Titanic, it'll do that. And if you just want to kind of play around with this kind of stuff, it'll actually do it. So right here, the Breaking Bad guy sitting in a prison cell, playing Minecraft. I mean, that just looks pretty cool. So again, I would recommend spending a good 30 minutes and just playing around with scrolling around and just clicking like on videos, so you can start building your swipe file of the videos and the styles and the footage and everything that you like. So once you have that ready to go and you've kind of done the explore feed, which by the way, is this stuff good for you so far? Like, is my pace and everything, am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Am I just right now for you? I want to do a little check-in for all of you that are here. Thank you, Samori, by saying no sleep for me this weekend, is what you're telling me. Yeah. Actually, hopefully, I'm going to get a lot of sleep, because I am completely exhausted by doing these live streams every day this week. It's taken more time than I thought to prepare these live streams for all of you, but I'm having a lot of fun doing them, and I love watching all the comments that come in after the live streams kind of get out there on the YouTube algorithms. Which, if you like this stuff, again, if you hit subscribe on my channel or like this video, it's going to share this with more people that also like this stuff. And what's cool about going live like this in my office every day, this is my home office, and this is all real. Like, this is my bookshelf, and this is all my Game Genie. I was talking to a friend of mine, Josh, at the gym today, and he was like, "Oh yeah, with your AI background." I'm like, "This is not an AI background. It took a long time to put this together. This is my little mini Zoltar guy from Big." But if you like this kind of stuff and just want to hang out, and if you want more people to come in this live, I look at these as like live stream parties. If you want more people to come into these live stream parties and party with us every day on YouTube, then when you do like and subscribe, it's going to show it to more people, and that's going to get more people into our party. So that's really my only ask, is just do that, because then we'll have a lot of fun. Even if you're watching the recording of this and you've never been to one of these yet live, when you like and subscribe, you'll get more notifications about my stuff that pops up. So once we have, and thank you for all of you saying, you're welcome, Bill. And thank you, Michael, by saying just right, and Greg saying A-okay. You're good. It looks like the pace is fine, because I'm doing this a lot later in the day than I have been experimenting with trying to do live streams earlier in the day, midday, right before dinner, right now, which is a lot later in the evening. And I'm curious how I feel throughout these live streams each part of the day, but also what's the turnout on each part of the day. So far, it looks like the turnout's been about the same on all the different times. So thank you for all of and I see a lot of new names and faces that are coming in here too. So thank you for all of the newcomers that are coming in. So you want to make sure that the video type is enabled. So now we're actually going to, I want to point out kind of more of the box down here. Let me zoom in, see if I can, there we go. So I'm zoomed in too far, but I'm trying to zoom in a lot without video stuff going on in the background, so you can pay attention to the actual footage. Yeah, that's kind of creepy looking. We'll leave it on that. But you'll see down at the bottom, it says describe your video. This is where you would type in your prompt. And then I want to go through a few things here. So when you tap on the icon where it might say image at first. So if you see it says describe your image, click on image, and then you change that to video. So every one of these down here are little buttons that you can click on. So you want to make sure it's set to video. And then next is aspect ratio. So there's actually a lot of different aspect ratios that you can have. You can have 1:1, which is going to be a square video. You'll have 9:16, which is going to be the most popular for social media. You'll have 16:9, which is if you want a horizontal video. 3:2, which I don't really even know. I've never done 3:2. And 2:3, which is really common for just cell phones and stuff like that. 2:3 is actually really good on Instagram. 2:3 is really good on Pinterest if you want to make videos on Pinterest and share this stuff on Pinterest. 2:3 is a very nice size. Next is going to be resolution. So with resolution, You click on this. I have ChatGPT. What do I have? ChatGPT Pro, I think. Yeah, ChatGPT Pro. So I don't know which resolutions you get on Plus and what resolutions you get on Pro, but I always pay for the highest level of AI tool that I'm going to be sharing with you, so we can experiment with all of the different features. So I'm pretty much doing a test run and really stress testing the AI tool before, but so you don't have to, so you can see if it's actually worth it or not. So anyway, the resolution, you have 480p, which is going to produce videos really quick. You'll have 720p, which is 4 times slower, 1080p, which is 8 times slower. I recommend when you're doing your first video with Sora, make it 480p because it's going to generate videos very quickly. And then I've also noticed the next thing here is duration. So you're going to be able to do with duration, you can do 5-second videos, 10-second videos, 15 or 20-second videos. I recommend starting off with just having 5-second videos. So these are all the settings that I like to set when I'm generating videos with Sora, just to try to get a lot of versions out there to see what I like, and then I can iterate on them. And then when I find a style I like, then I'll come back and then create a new video, but then make it 1080p, make it longer, and then all that. Next is going to be variations. This is going to be where you can have it in one go, generate one video, generate 2 videos, or generate 4 videos. So it'll be 4 completely unique variations of your video. And I recommend 4 variations because why not? And it's a lot of fun. And I haven't yet got a cap or been given a cap yet, or have hit a cap on generating too many videos. Whereas yesterday when I did a live stream on YouTube about Google VO3, in making AI generated videos with Google VO3, I hit my cap very quickly, where on Sora, I have not had that problem. Probably because they might have more money in the bank. So next up is going to be presets. Presets is going to be built-in styles by OpenAI. I recommend not choosing a preset and just be specific in your prompt with the style that you want. So that's this kind of like little gear down here. So when you click on that, you're going to see I have it set to none, but you're actually going to see there's like film noir, which is going to be the very black and white, like very Mad Men style stuff. You can do cardboard and paper craft. You can do whimsical, stop motion, balloon world. They're just kind of goofy looking things. I just set it to none. You can also, we'll talk about advanced settings later. You can go in and create your own presets. If you have a preset of a style that you want to have in all your videos, you can set your own preset. So you don't have to include that all these extra words in your prompt that's going to muddy up the results of your video by just putting a lot of extra words in your prompt. So we'll get into that later. What's up, Robert? Finally made it here. It's good to see you again too. And yeah, I went live at like 8 p.m. my time today. So a lot later than I usually go live. But the family is all kind of doing their own things right now. So I had time to go live. So I wanted to try it and go live. It looks like Jessica, this is what I love about going live, by the way. I love that you all share your information in this live chat when we're here live, because the more of you that we have in this live chat when I'm here live, the easier it's going to be for all of us, and the more we're going to learn, because all of our brains working together is going to be much better than what's under this hat. So Jessica says, I asked ChatGPT about Sora usage, and it told me that Plus gives you about 50 video generations per month and Pro is about 500. Well, that's definitely why I've not hit anywhere near my limits yet, because I'm on Pro and I've not done that yet. And thank you, Bill, by saying love the detail. Thank you so much for helping make all this all so much sense. So happy you're doing live streams again. Me too. And I have not had as much fun as I'm having right now doing these live streams, because I used to, what Bill's referring to is I used to do private live streams for an older business of mine, to just people in the community. But now this is the first time just going out there on the internet to the world and just going live to where anybody can watch these. So this is something super terrifying for me. So I'm glad that you're all enjoying it. So thank you for saying all those kind things. Okay, so now we're going to get into generating our first video. Let me take a little sip of my super chocolate protein milk real quick. Yeah, so that's such good stuff. Okay, so generating our first AI video. This is going to be very addictive, like very, very, very addictive if you've never done this before. You want to start with a simple idea. So you want to pick one clear scene that you could create first. Think of it like one sentence. You want to keep it short so it's very easy to refine. You can add details later once it actually hooks you in. And when you're doing this, write a fun prompt. Like start off with making a fun video. Be specific about what you want. Include the mood, include the colors, include style. Short prompts will always work best. Then you can let Sora do its magic. You can click generate, watch Sora do its thing. You can see the preview build in real time. You can enjoy suspense as it renders. And then what we can do, and we're going to do this together, we can, when you get your first draft, you can play it through from start to finish, spot the moments that might need some improvement. Then you can give it some adjustments and say, something doesn't look quite right. And then you can take notes and then on the next run that you do for that video. And when you get your final output that you like, then that's when I recommend downloading the quality that you really want. And then you can post it here in the live streams if you want inside of Aiville. You can just watch reactions roll in if you want to post it on social media. So let's go over just some of the basics. I'm going to move some things around since you kind of don't need to know all this stuff because you already just saw it. So I'd rather make this a little more front and center with Sora. So Sora is now full screen here. And we are I'm going to show you an example of just a simple prompt. So we could say, for instance, a simple prompt would be a happy old man bench pressing 500 pounds at Planet Fitness. So I like to go to Planet Fitness and we don't have a lot of gym options where I live. So I will put happy old man bench pressing 500 pounds at Planet Fitness. I'm going to say the aspect, keep it 2:3. We're going to make the resolution 480. We're going to make the duration just 5 seconds. Give me 4 variations. I'm not going to worry about the presets. Storyboard, we're going to get to that for more advanced stuff a little bit later in this live stream. But we're just going to hit create video. And then when you hit create video, you're going to see it's going to be added to the queue. But actually, you can't see it's added to the queue because my face is covering it up. It's up here on the right. There's like this little activity button. It looks like it's working. So you click on it and you can see the videos that I've been trying to do. And then you can see this one that's kind of working. So we could click on it. And this is where we just sit and we wait and we get excited. And we're just wondering what's going to show up. And it feels like I'm like watching a slot machine. And they were like, when these little things, I wish they had better animations where it wasn't just like these little circles that are going through, but it looks more like a video game. But it looks like, we're at 28% and it'll take a little bit because it's actually creating 4 of these. But I say that, but then here it all is. So this keep in mind, this is one sentence and it's doing this. So he's not quite bench pressing. He's very happy, old man, but he's not bench pressing 500 pounds. I don't know what he's doing. This is another one. You can't really see the weight, but he's very happy and he bench pressed something. And then let's see, this one, also very happy old man, and he is bench pressing, looks like 315, but he's just holding it up there above his head, so didn't quite hit that mark. And this one is definitely a fail. He moved the barbell right through his face, and looks like he's eating it. So that's not the best thing. So out of all of these, we could say, I don't know, this one was pretty good. But this is where you can now edit the prompt, or you can trim it, you can extend it, you can describe changes and create new videos based off of this one. We can do all kinds of different blends and transitions and loops, which we'll get into that stuff later. Right now, we could just remix and we could say, describe the changes. We'll say, make him actually bench press this weight down to his chest. We'll just keep it like that. And then we could just say, there's remix strengths. So this is where you can actually have subtle minor changes. You could have noticeable changes, or you could have significant changes to the original video. I like to just go with mild to start because you don't want it to get a little too crazy. This is where it would be like if you hired a video team to make this video for you, and then they give you the output and they're super excited. They're like, "Hey Chris, what do you think of this?" And you're just like, well, it looks good, but he was just kind of holding the weight there. He didn't actually bench press it. Can you just do another reshoot and just have him bench press it, please, because that's exactly what I asked for the first time. So that's how you kind of want to talk to the AI. And then, so I did the remixes, and then now we just sit and we're waiting for it to come back again. So this is like your first time, what I recommend doing, playing around with this. And because you're not going to break Sora. And it's, again, built by OpenAI, which is ChatGPT and all that. You're not going to break it. It might give you outputs that just don't look quite right. But then that's where you're going to get better at this, and you're going to get better at prompting the more you start doing it. And we're going to look at some great examples a little bit later in this live stream as well. But for now, I just wanted to go ahead and finish so we can see if it actually listened to what I said. I wanted him to just actually bench press it. And it looks like none of these, he's holding it. There's different guys now. Everyone's clapping in the background, and he's just holding it. But so I might have to be a little more specific and say he needs to lower the bar down to his chest and then push it back up above his head. So I wouldn't know that it needs to know that much detail until I realize it didn't give me the right output. So that's how you start kind of messing around with ChatGPT. Now, let me come back here a little bit. I'm trying to get back to the main screen. And I'm going to come back to my list because I don't want to get too far off topic, because there's a lot of fun things that we're going to be covering here. That looks like a very, very, very late night Elmo. So, oh, that's pretty cool. Someone made like a 3D Nintendo 6. I'll leave it on that because I love video games. Okay, so now that you've got the basics to level this up, you can experiment with longer clips. So there's a button down here on the bottom right called Storyboard. Now in the Storyboard, what you can do is, instead of creating one go at a video, you can have multiple prompts stack on top of each other. This is where you can use, you can have consistent characters in your AI videos, which you'll see how to do in just a minute. And you can use the same prompt style that you used for your first clip, and you want to keep adding until the timeline feels like a full story. When you're doing this, you can also mix real footage and AI footage. So if you have your own videos, like I mentioned at the beginning of this live stream, that you can upload, you could upload those videos into your own short video and suggest it make changes to it. You can add an AI scene before or after your real footage video in the storyboard. You can match the lighting and style. You can also, again, to take this another step higher, once you have an output you like, you can open the style menu. You can go through different presets. You can apply it to the whole video or just one scene in the storyboard. And you can also refine your videos with advanced tools. So you can select a clip. And I love doing this. I like to select a clip, and you can loop it to extend the moment. You can remix to swap out the background or the style. You can do blend to do play around with different clips. So let's go ahead and show you what the storyboard looks like, and we can play around with it. So on the bottom right, you would click on storyboard, and then it's going to look it might look a little intimidating at first if you're new to this, but it's not, because I'll walk you through the entire interface. So you have the aspect ratio. So again, I like to just start at 2:3. If you plan on sharing this on social media or just saving it to your phone and sending it to your friends or kids or grandkids or your parents or whatever, your resolution, start at 480p. Don't worry about getting crazy. For doing the storyboard, I recommend doing 10 seconds, because what you're going to do with this, the only reason you would want to use a storyboard is once you already have an idea, you're kind of already created a lot of basic AI generated videos, and you want to take it a step further, and you want to imagine you're more of like a video producer, and you're planning out the whole storyboard. So I recommend, if you want to play around with this, you don't have to. This would be more for intermediate level people that are creating videos, and you've already kind of got the prompt thing figured out. I would recommend having one prompt right at the very beginning, and then another prompt about 5 seconds in. So your storyboard, you want to start with something that is going to be explaining like the subject and what is going to be in the scene. And then the second part of the storyboard, this is where the whole character and everything will stay intact, but you can have it do something different. So if you've ever seen those social media viral images of talking babies that look like they're on a podcast and there's different camera angles, or you see like there's actual full AI influencer created characters like the Yeti and Bigfoot and all that. People are making these channels and profiles and stuff on Instagram and TikTok and everything. And this is how they're making them. They're making them with a tool like this. Most of them are using Sora because you can find their videos actually show up in the Explore tab as they're creating them in real time. And that's super cool to actually come across that. But this is how they're doing it. They're using the storyboard, and then I'll just kind of start off with the first one here. So we would describe, we're not going to mess with taking it so far where we're going to add images and videos. I'll show you why, because I tried to do that beforehand to kind of prep some stuff for you, and it was giving me some issues, and I'll show you what the issues were here in a minute. So we'll just say, describe a scene. We'll say a Pixar animated, let's say mini bulldog eating a donut. And we will say floating on a raft. And then the second scene, this is again where you're planning out what you would want this 10-second video to be. So after it's eating a donut on the raft, we could say, after eating the donut, the mini bulldog jumps into the water. Now, I haven't tested this yet, so I don't even know if this is going to work. But this is we're testing this out live, so you can see how this will work. So let me do the test for you, and then you can see how this comes about. So it's been added to the queue. So now what we can do is we can go back and click on the queue, and then we come in and we're just waiting for it to happen. So now it's given us a little bit, it's showing us the storyboard. Now, if you had a much longer video and you have a whole, 30 or 60 seconds prepared, like I said, there's a lot of these Yeti videos. I should have found that, like the talking Yetis and everything that are using more first like selfie style videos, as if they're walking through a campsite and then they're giving you life advice. Like, this is how that kind of stuff works, is they will make these 30 to 60 second clips all on Sora, and they have their story. They'll spend all day working on their storyboard. And then as far as like their styles and everything, like some of the styles look very ultra realistic. Some of the styles look very cartoon or anime. They have those styles already saved. And then when they're creating the story in the AI video and the storyboard, they're choosing those styles. So I don't know how long this is going to take for this generation. So let's let that keep going. And we'll talk a little bit more and working our way down the agenda here, which again, you have access to this inside of Aiville. So to optimize your Sora AI videos for social media, you want to pick the right aspect ratio. So before generating, choose the target platform that you want to go for. You want to use vertical if you're using TikTok and Instagram. You want to use horizontal if you're on YouTube and Facebook. And you want to keep the clips for social to get started just under 15 seconds. You can trim the scenes in the storyboard to save time. Short videos are going to get more completions and replays. It's perfect for fast viral style content. And you want to avoid eye-catching opening frames. Now, here's this little Pixar bulldog. So here you'll see he's eating his donut, and then he should be jumping in the water. He didn't jump in the water. So that was a fail. Now here's another one. We'll do this one. So we got our Pixar little bulldog. He's eating a donut on a raft. He should be jumping in the water. He didn't jump in the water. So now let's go for the third one. We got the little bulldog eating a little donut, and he thought about it, but he didn't quite jump in the water. So let's look at the fourth one. Eating his donut. He should jump in the water. Nope, still didn't jump in the water. So this is where we would come back to the storyboard, and it says, after eating the donut, the mini bulldog jumps in the water. We'll just say jumps in the water, and we'll just say eats the raft, because he just ate the donut on a raft, floating on a raft. We're not going to repeat the words, the mini bulldog now, blah, blah, blah. We'll just say eats the raft. And then we will see if we can now create that. And then the purpose of this is when you're using a storyboard, this is me testing, so you can see, do you have to actually do you have to use all the same words you use in the first couple scenes to keep it going, or does it already know what was in the first scene and you don't have to keep saying the mini bulldog did this, the mini bulldog then did this, oh, and then also now in scene 5 the mini bulldog then did this. Like, if there's probably multiple subjects you would have to do that, but it doesn't look like we may not have to do that, so we'll see. So you want to make the first second visually bold in your prompt. You want to use motion, color, or text to instant hook people instantly. You can test different intros to see which gets views. For social media, you can also match styles to your brand. So if you're doing this more for your own branding, you can save a custom style preset for consistent looks, use the same color and tone in all your videos, and build instant recognition with your audience. And always use 1080p for crystal clear viewing before you export it to the platform. That's also going to keep the file size. When you export out of Sora, it's going to always keep the file size small. Here, check this out. So, okay, I just noticed it is going through the timeline, and how 5 seconds in is when I put the new thing. I didn't have to click on each one of these to see if it would actually do what I wanted to do in the second clip. I could just let this timeline go, and all 4 videos are going side by side. So let's see if any of these he actually eats the raft after eating the donut. So does not look like it. So I got to do a little better. So this is where it's going to take some time to actually sit and get the storyboarding down right. Personally, if I was going all in on making AI videos and putting them out there, I wouldn't mess with the storyboard thing right away, because I think it would be much easier to just go ahead and make a better, longer prompt about what needs to happen, and not be too long, but in a couple sentences you could describe what would happen and then see if it would actually happen in one go. So now let's move into some cheat codes, since we're I wonder if someone's actually done an image about the Game Genie. I love all things Game Genie. And if no one has, oh, some people, oh, look at that. Some people have made some old like movie posters that were all about the Game Genie. That's what it looked like. And that's that kid is half as happy as I was when I got the Game Genie. And that was actually the box that it came in too. That's super cool. All right, I'm getting really nostalgic here. So I just had to, this is awesome. So here, let's actually just leave this on the Game Genie, enter the code. Okay, so Sora AI cheat codes to generate jaw-dropping videos. You want to use strong action words in your prompt. So what I mean by that is when you click into the prompt box to create a video, use verbs like explode and soar or charge, and things that are really going to command a lot's going to happen. Then you can hit generate and watch the motion pop. You can stack descriptive layers. So in the same prompt box, you could add colors and lighting and moods. So you could say like a golden sunset over neon city streets, and then click generate and you'll see richer, more vivid results. You can mix time and place for unique scenes. So you could type a prompt combining different eras and locations. So you could think of something crazy like Vikings walking through Times Square, and then you'll generate really scroll-stopping mashups. You could steal from cinematic real shots. So what is a really cool thing to do is you can open a browser tab and search for like famous movie stills. And you could just ask ChatGPT this or Google or whoever, just what are some of the most famous movie stills of all time, and then copy the lighting and camera angles into your prompt. So for example, you could have like a low angle shot lit by flickering neon signs, like if that's something in a scene that you really like. You can loop and blend for endless wow factors. So after generating, you can click on the clip in the storyboard and hit loop or blend, and it can merge multiple clips, and that will really export for like a really seamless pro style transition. I love using the words ultra realistic for photographic detail. So you could add the word ultra realistic or photorealistic in your prompt. That's going to combine with very high res, export settings to give you just an incredible output. It's going to make the textures and lighting very detailed. You can add motion cues for extra life. So you can include words like slow pan, zoom in, tracking shot, type it in like right after the prompt, after your main subject, so it knows like what it should be doing. Like, so for that bulldog, I could say, zoom in or do a slow zoom on the bulldog eating a donut. And instead of it being Pixar, I could say photorealistic, and you would see something very different. And then you can reference a specific art style. So if there's an art style that you like, you could say, add styles like Studio Ghibli or oil painting or cyberpunk or black and white. You could apply it to the whole video or a single scene. You can create a consistent and unique brand look. You can use contradictions to really surprise the viewers. So you could prompt with something impossible or unexpected, like a snowstorm in a desert, sharks flying in the sky. It'll really make people to stop scrolling whenever they're seeing what you're putting out there. You can prompt for depth and foreground action. So you could say foreground, midground, or background details like birds fly past camera, mountains, and distance. And that's going to create a very 3D cinematic look with real depth. I saw there was a couple questions coming in about Sora and just about like what all, like how much is this? What platforms can you use this on? Like I've seen a lot of this already come through just here in the live chat. So let me just get through these FAQs, and then I want to demo something that we just developed and released today inside of Aiville that will make all of this so much easier for you, so you don't have to worry about writing prompts at all. So first, let's get through the FAQs. So there's just a handful of them here that Sora made it really hard to find the answers to, but we found the answers. And first off, is Sora free to use? It is, but the free plan limits are going to really limit like the resolution and just the clip length. If you upgrade to Pro for 1080p longer videos and no watermark, then it's obviously not free. You just have to click your profile icon and choose upgrade to see the options. How can you use your own footage? Well, if you click the upload on the main screen, you can add a short video or photo and mix it with AI scenes. It's going to work best when lighting matches your AI clips. How long can your videos be? The free plan is up to 10 seconds per clip. The Pro plan is longer clips and more concurrent renders. So just always check your plan limits and your account settings. What formats can you export in Sora? Sora exports an MP4 for easy sharing. You could choose 720p on free, 1080p on Pro. Click export, pick the resolution before saving. Does Sora add a watermark? It does on the free plan. Pro will remove it completely. Watermarks appear in the bottom corner of your video. Can Sora copy another video style? Absolutely. You just upload a short clip for style reference and Sora will match the colors, motion, and vibe. It works great for recreating cinematic looks. Will Sora work on your phone? Yep, it will work on mobile browsers. It works best, I found, on Chrome and Safari. I just recommend using Wi-Fi for faster rendering speeds. Can you make looped background videos? And you can. You just generate a scene in Sora, click loop in the storyboard options, and you can export it and set it to loop in your platform settings. Can you edit a scene after it's made? You can. Just click the scene in the storyboard, choose remix to change the details, and you can regenerate it without starting from scratch. Does Sora keep your past projects? Yes, you just click on my creations. Actually, they changed that. It's now my media in your profile menu, and all your past videos are going to be stored in your account. You can duplicate and edit old projects anytime. So for instance, I'll show you some problems that I had here with Sora earlier before we went live. And I clicked on my media. So these are the things that I've generated. Now, I think these all suck, so I'm just going to delete them. So I don't like to keep things that I don't like in saved on Midjourney or anything. If I don't like it, I just delete it. Like these, I use these for reference, so we're just going to delete them. These are reference. They're kind of fun, but I delete them. So these were insane. And I'm going to show you how I created some crazy stuff with one prompt in a second. Even a crazier one, scary as hell, but I'll show you that in a minute. And you'll notice there's a lot of things that said this content might violate our policies. This content might violate our policies. This content might violate our policies. You might be wondering, Chris, well, what the heck were you trying to create that was violating all the policies so much? What I was doing, I'll hit delete on this one. So, oh, here's another Planet Fitness one, just kind of fun. Check this out. This was what was the, oh, I did a storyboard. This is another storyboard. Check out what the storyboard was. Happy old man bench pressing 500 pounds at Planet Fitness. And then the next thing was a baby walks over and gives him a high five. Okay, so this is where it's going to take a lot of back and forth to get it just right. So we're going to hit play. And then he somehow magically turns into a baby and gives that old man a high five and then holds his hand and he keeps trying. It's like, what the hell was that? But it's kind of fun just to play around with the storyboards and see what happens. But I'm going to delete all those just to keep clearing this out here. And all right, so what was, oh crap, I deleted too many. Shoot. Well, what was going on here was I was uploading, this is a photo of me when I don't know how old I was, 6 maybe, and then my mom and dad. And it was like probably 1983 or 4 or 5, I don't know. But this is our family. So I uploaded this photo and I was trying to get it to make it where we all look at each other and give each other high fives. And it just said this violates our policy. And then I said, I upload the photo and I said something about transform our clothes into from retro into modern era clothes and hairstyles. And it just kept saying I was violating the policies. Then another thing was I uploaded a picture of my older daughter in my parents' backyard, made a little campfire in a driveway and was cooking a hot dog. And the prompt was, do a slow zoom in on the fire on the campfire and have the hot dog slowly transform into a baby dragon and have it fly away. And it said it violated the policies. Another one, the last one, was a picture of my younger daughter, Cammie, catching her first bass. This is actually just a couple months ago. And then the prompt on this one was to have the fish slowly grow into a 20-pound bass, which I don't think it even exists, but a 20-pound bass. And then she drops the bass. And then it said it violated the policy. So I don't know what it is right now with uploading photos and then trying to get it to do something. Because like the prompt was just, the fish grows huge in one smooth cinematic pull-out shot while she reacts in shock. And it just was like, nope, it violated our policies. So I'm like, what? So I don't get it. So if you try to upload photos and try to get to do things and it's saying violating the policies, that's something just keep in mind. It's probably just, this is all new and it's all AI. So there is still a lot to learn still. And even on their end with moderating and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you some crazy videos and prompts that will blow your mind and how I came up with these. But first, what I want to do is introduce a brand new assistant, a Sora AI assistant that will do everything for you. And she's free. And her name, I designed her today, and my team and I developed her today. And her name is Soria. Get it? So Soria. I thought it was pretty good. But anyway, Soria, she's your personal Sora AI genius who never sleeps. She is trained on every single Sora feature, update, and secret shortcut. She knows the latest tips, tricks, and hidden creative hacks instantly. She'll always give you accurate, up-to-date AI video advice. She's available right now inside of Aiville Pro, and there's also over 100 other AI assistants. Aiville Pro right now is normally $24.99 a month to access all of the libraries, but all of these, just so you know, will work around the clock, even when you're trying to edit at 2 a.m., and they're always ready with instant answers. There's no queues, there's no delays. You can ask her anything about Sora, and she will give you expert help immediately. She'll give you prompt writing assistance to get stunning viral results. She'll troubleshoot when scenes don't look right or feel off. She'll give you creative suggestions to keep your videos fresh and unique. She'll write custom prompts for you for your content goals. So she'll tailor every prompt to your niche, your audience, your platform. She'll optimize the wording specifically for Sora's AI performance, and it'll save you hours of trial and error, like what you've been seeing me do here live with proven formulas. So if you want to meet Sora and you want to use her for 30 days, again, her name is Soria. She's ready to help you succeed. All you would do is you would go into Aiville, or you just go to aiville.com, and when you click on AI characters on the left, you're going to see she's right here. But that is if she's unlocked. Now, if you go to Aiville and you're not logged in and you're not a pro member, here my private browsing was locked. So you would come to Aiville. This is if you're not yet a member or you have not upgraded to Pro. I'm going to show you how you can try it for free. So you would just come here and click on AI characters. It's going to say you need to upgrade to unlock. You click the upgrade to unlock, and it takes you to where you can get unlimited access and try it out for free. You'll see it's $24.99 a month. But if you're watching this right now, all you do is you click on the coupon code and then put in LUCK, because that is me, Chris Luck, the creator of Aiville, and I want to let you try everything out for free for 30 days. So you just type in Luck, hit apply, and then it will take it to 100% off. So you don't have to pay anything for 30 days. And when you do that, you're actually going to get access to not just Soria, which I'm about to show you, but again, you're going to get access to over 100 different AI characters that are expertly trained on all kinds of things. And this isn't just tools and stuff. Like you can have experts that are like Aurora, the astrologist, and Bella is a bookworm. Dawn, if you want to talk about dreams. We have comedians in here. We have storytellers. We have therapists. So if you're going through depression, we have Dove, the depression therapist. We have Hazel, the holistic therapist. You can try all these and play around with them for free. So for now, we will just show you Sora or Soria, which is your Sora AI assistant. So you click on it, and she'll pop up and say, "How can I help you with Sora?" And you could say, "Give me some ideas," just to show you how extensive of a library she has been trained on. She can help you with ads and product hooks. She can help you with cinematic and vibe shots. She can help you with stylized artistic style shots, futuristic and sci-fi shots, nature and wildlife, character, mood portraits, transitions, loops, vintage, nostalgia, concept, abstract. I mean, she'll just keep going and going and going. If you say that's not enough, give me some more, and she'll give you some more. So, or if you want, you could just not have to respond to her at all. Let's just refresh here and just say, you just need some help. So you come to Soria, and then she'll say, "How can I help you with Sora?" And you can say, "I need you to make me a prompt that looks like old video footage from a first-person perspective that of a kid walking up to an old house on Halloween and is greeted by, let's say, Michael Myers with a bowl of KFC." And see if it knows about KFC. So then you would not go into Sora and type that in and then watch what happens. You would want, oh, it looks like we can't use Michael Myers directly because he's a copyrighted character. Well, there we go. But it can actually, it actually made a better version that will actually work that isn't copyrighted. So that's good, because then I'm not gonna waste my time on a prompt of something that Soria knows is copyrighted. So I will say, she says, "Before I start writing polished prompts for Sora, quickly clarify, do you want old footage? Do you want the old footage to look lean, pure VHS analog, like soft and warm bleed, or grainy 8mm film?" I will say grainy 8mm film. And then here's our prompt. So then she will go back and forth with you, just like an assistant that never sleeps. And she'll even tell you what aspect ratio you could go for, what resolution, and tweak the details. So then this is the prompt that she came up with. "Experience Halloween through the eyes of a child with a first-person view rendered in a grainy 8mm film texture. As the viewer steps onto a creaky wooden porch flickering with film artifacts, they encounter a looming figure in a pale mask and coveralls who silently offers a bucket of fried chicken. The warm flickering porch light adds to the haunting yet nostalgic feel of this vintage Halloween night." So let's see if that produces something pretty cool. So we'll make this 10 seconds instead of 5 seconds and watch what happens. So this is, again, if it makes something crappy, then I'm gonna have to work on this. But we just launched her minutes before I went live here on this live stream today, which is August 14th, 2025 at 9:03 p.m. So it looks like we've been live for a little over an hour now. So it's, again, generating, oh, okay, I was just making sure I had a video generated. But okay, so it's generating that video, and we will see how that works. Now, So Soria is available for you right now inside of Aiville. All you got to do is just go to aiville.com. When you sign up, if you want to upgrade to Pro, put in the coupon code LUCK, and then it'll unlock everything for free. Then next and last, before we get into some live chat, because I love to interact with all of you that are here live, if you are watching this live or watching the recording of this and you like this kind of stuff, I recommend subscribe for daily live stream parties, because the more people we have here, the more we can learn together live, because AI changes really fast. So I keep up together with you in real time every day. I go live every single weekday with brand new AI tools and tricks. This is real learning. This is live. This is unfiltered. As you can tell, it's not super polished like many other YouTube videos out there. If you want a super polished video where they just show you results, but then not walk you through what they had to do to get to those results, this is my channel is not for you. You can ask questions, you can get answers while we build live. You can watch me make mistakes. You can know what not to do. Most people on YouTube create weekly pre-recorded content. The problem with that is it gets outdated very fast. And I think I'm the only one crazy enough to do this live every day, but I'm having an absolute blast doing it. And hopefully this feels, you can feel this energy through this live stream. And it doesn't matter if I'm doing this in the morning, in the afternoon, at 9 o'clock at night, like I am right now, towards the end of the week where I'm exhausted. You all bring the energy to me, so I just give it back to you, because learning, I think, should be fun. It should be exciting. It shouldn't be boring. And if you never want to miss a live AI party again, go ahead and subscribe, turn on notifications, and really thank you for hanging out with me today. And, I will see you tomorrow, but I don't want to just close things down right now, because we want to see what this vintage Halloween night looks like. So while we're waiting for this, for those of you that are here live, could you let me know, just real quick, on a 1 to 10 scale, for those of you that are here live, I always like to know and get a little check, like, how did you like this live stream as far as the content? This is about half as long as yesterday's live stream, where I did a live stream yesterday, if you didn't see it, on how to use Google VO3 and generate AI videos using that. And I spent so much time on the agenda where the live stream was like almost 2.5 hours. So I wanted to try to make this snappier, simpler, doing more live interactions than just going through a tutorial and just showing you where things are. So just so you know, I always, at the end of my live streams, I'm going to ask for your feedback for those of you that are here live, to just on a 1 to 10, how did you like this? Because that's going to help me get real-time feedback on, if you stayed the end, did you like it or not? And then if you didn't, what can I do better? Which, that's another thing. If there's anything I could do better, just be brutally honest with me and tell me live in the live chat, like, what could I do better to make these better for you? Because I'm here to do the best I can for you. And if I don't know how I can get better, then I'm not going to get better. It would be like you're all my coach and you're telling me what I need to do differently. So let's take a look here in the chat while we're still waiting for the vintage Halloween night to load. Thank you, Jessica, for the 10. And Howard says great stuff at 12. Thank you, Laura, for the 10. And Oliver for 9.9. There's always room for improvement. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tim, for a 10. Thank you for Donna for very informative, well worth the time. You're very welcome. Robert, well done. Learned a lot by watching you playing around. That I was definitely playing around. Michael 10, Curious Chronicles 10. Okay, this is all, you're all being too nice. I appreciate all the 10s, but I would definitely love to hear anything that I can do to be better. Like, would you like these to be, actually, this would be a good question for me to ask for you live. Very simple answer. Would you like these to be roughly 30 minutes or 1 hour? 30 minutes means I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. The agenda will be cut down quite a bit, and I'll try to squeeze in a lot of live, like showing you stuff, but there's 30 minutes or an hour. I'm curious what time frame, because I asked that because all of the videos and tutorials and stuff that I see on YouTube around this kind of stuff, teaching the things that I'm teaching you live, they're like 7 minutes and 10 minutes. And the longest I've watched is like 18 minutes. And I felt like that was long-winded, but I'm so frustrated by what these people out there, these creators on YouTube are doing, because they're just showing you all the cool stuff that these tools can do, but they're not actually getting their hands dirty. They're not rolling up their sleeves. They're not buying the tools themselves. They're not going through and showing you what works, what doesn't, what they're getting hung up on. They're just showing you the end result. And it bothers me so much. So I don't think I could do a 30-minute live stream because I'm actually testing this stuff live. So if you like 30 minutes, let me know 30 minutes. If you like an hour, let me know an hour. Let me see here. So it looks like Chip, thank you by saying 10, love the real time. Donna says 1 hour. Steve says an hour. Oops, sorry. There you go, Steve. Steve says an hour. Wade says an hour. Robert says an hour. Laura says keep the lives around an hour and stay on a single topic. I agree. And I'm excited that you said that because I want to tease you all about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and what is going to be coming next week. Donna, yesterday was awesome. I hope your dinner was still it was short, but it was. Jessica says depends on the topic. For more in-depth things like exploring new tools, I'd say an hour, but smaller updates like maybe a half hour. I agree, and that's a great call out too. So for instance, like when like Claude recently updated, Anthropic's Claude updated to Sonnet 4. There's not a lot of changes that came from 3.7. So I didn't even consider doing a live stream for that because it's like, I don't know what I can talk a very long time about for an upgrade from 3.7 to 4.0. So I actually have I'm going to give you all a behind the scenes, not tour, because there's nothing to really show you, but by the way, all of these renderings just showed up on my screen and they're all extremely creepy. So I'm going to show them to you real quick and then I'm going to get them off my screen because they're going to give me nightmares. And then we'll come back to, I want to have a little chat with all of you. So it looks like an hour, an hour. Don't overwork yourself. Thank you for that. That is definitely happening right now, is that I am overworking myself. But you know what? I don't look at this as work. I look at this as I'm having a great time. You're all hanging out with me. We're live on YouTube. I literally feel like you're just sitting here next to me actually telling me I need to drink my chocolate milk because it's getting warm, and it is. So let me share with you really quick what that prompt that Soria, the AI assistant you now have access to in Aiville, what it created. It created probably one of the most scariest little videos that I've ever seen on Sora. It looks like this kid went up to a porch and the kid is trying to give the man a bucket of chicken. He's like, here you go. And then, I don't know. I don't like that. Here's another one. This looks like something out of a Rob Zombie movie. The kid is offering these people a bucket of chicken. This is another one. Oh, God. Oh, it's like, oh, here's your bucket of chicken. It's funny, but it's also kind of scary at the same time. But anyway, Halloween's coming up, so I had to have fun with that. Okay, so back to happy Game Genie stuff. There was something else I had pulled up that I want to show you, but I don't know what browser it was on. I try to have a couple different browsers up to prepare things. So let me show you. For those of you this stayed all the way to the end, I believe you deserve to know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow as like a little teaser, and then also what I have planned for next week. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I don't know if any of you are nerds like I am, where you pay attention to everything on my screen. So if I was watching a live stream of myself, or if let's say you were live streaming and you were sharing your whole desktop, I would want to know what are all these little icons that you're using at the bottom that are like so important they actually have to stay on your dock. And there is one new icon that I just added today called Comment. And what Comment is actually what you're looking at right now. It is an entirely new browser that is the world's first AI browser that is actually a standalone browser. So here, it's unbelievable. So if you go type in Perplexity Comment, you will see this right here. So this is Perplexity Comment. If you go to perplexity.ai/comment, here, I'll post this in the chat so you can all see it. So I just posted it in the chat. So there it is. So perplexity.ai/comment. And yeah, Laura says, I just started using Comment and it's crazy good. This browser is borderline terrifying in terms of what you can do. It, to me, like when I used ChatGPT for the first time back in, man, I don't even remember when it was, 2022, I think. 2022. It was still in beta. You could only access it through a developer license. And it blew my mind. And I felt like this is the next era in like a new revolution is like AI, which obviously it is, as you all can tell. Using this browser, and I've only used it just for today. I installed it this afternoon after lunch, and I'm using it right now. And it is unbelievable about the stuff that you can do with this. And I just, as a little teaser, I would recommend if you want to play around with it, it's free, I believe. I have a again, I have accounts on all these AI tools because I have to demo them for all of you. So I believe it is free. But you would go to perplexity.ai/comment and just whatever device you're on, just download it and try it out. And you don't have to make this your main browser. Just, it's going to ask you, do you want to make this your default browser? You don't do that. You don't have to. I did because I want to go all in on this and see if I like it or not. And my suggestion for you, download it now so you have it installed and ready to go, because tomorrow I'm going to go live and I'm actually going to show you a lot of crazy things that this can do. So that's kind of my teaser of what's coming tomorrow. So I don't know if it's going to be an hour long tomorrow. It might be a little shorter tomorrow, but it's going to be a different style because instead of showing you like how to just have fun making fun little videos and turning yourself into things and all that, which is really cool stuff you can do with AI. And I'm like nerding out on seeing all of this game stuff people are making. I haven't even thought to look at this stuff yet. But yeah, so instead of doing all this, starting tomorrow, I'm going to buckle up and show you some things that you can do with AI that are hyper specific. Well, tomorrow is Perplexity's comment. I'm basically going to introduce the new browser to you, let you know that I'm using it full time, and which I am. I am learning just this afternoon some crazy stuff that I can do with it. And just when I think that this is incredible, then I discover something even newer. And I'm even talking to Perplexity as if I had talked to ChatGPT, asking it to give me some of the most incredible use cases that will just blow my mind that I could use the new comment browser for. And I'm really pushing the envelope to where it's like borderline illegal type stuff that you're going to see. I'll demo on tomorrow's live stream. And then next week, again, this is all a teaser for those of you that are staying all the way to the end. This is off the record because it's not on my little agenda that you saw. But next week, I'm going to plan out not how to use tools like, here is Higgsfield AI. Here's all the features it has. Here's all the things you can do. Here is Sora. Here's all the features it has. Here's all the things you can do yesterday. Here was Google VO3. Here's all the things it has. I'm not doing that next week. Next week is going to be very specific. Here's how to blank using AI. And your mind's going to be blown with some of the stuff I'm going to share with you because it's things that I have been doing using AI. And it's not like, here's how to write an email using AI. It's not that kind of stuff. It's going to be a lot more crazier things that you're not going to realize you can actually do with AI. Even like about building businesses from scratch that kind of run on their own using AI agents and just stuff that is really cool. So the reason I'm telling you all that is because I kind of want to give you all that are just hanging out to the end, kind of like insider information on my vision for this YouTube channel. So I don't know the direction this YouTube channel is going to go. I know I want to go live every single day of the week. I need to take Saturday and Sunday off for the weekends to recharge, recover, go to my kids' softball tournaments, do all that kind of stuff. Go watch my older one, do horseback riding, that kind of stuff. Be a husband and family man. So I also got to take a breather. But I do know for sure I'm going to go live every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Each week, I'm going to have a different theme for the first several weeks, maybe a couple months, until I find the theme that really like hits on YouTube that people like the most and that actually causes more subscribes and more likes on the videos that I do. That's why I always ask if you can like and subscribe, because it's not just saying that because I'm on YouTube. It's like, no, I actually go look at the analytics and see what kind of videos get more subscribes and more likes than the other videos. And I'm just letting data kind of tell me what I should be doing. So this week was all showing you tools and everything the tools can do. That was like experiment number 1. Next week will be experiment number 2. And I have a whole bunch of experiments. So experiment number 2 is I'm not going to show you specific tools. I'm going to show you specific results you can get with AI. And each result, it might have a little collection of tools. So you might need to use one tool for this, then use this one tool for this, and then use this one tool to automate this. But I'm all going to keep them around an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours max if I'm really kind of having fun with it. But keep in mind that's what's coming next week. They're more very blueprint-driven type things. And then when we get to the end of next week, I will give you a little teaser about what my experiment number 3 would be. So let me know. Does that make sense for all of you? And does that sound fun? Because I think it does. And I don't know. I just always like bouncing ideas off all of you that are here live. So yeah. And Laura that was talking about how she started using comment was crazy good. It does. It replaces so many tools and streamlines so many processes and just does things that it's like my mind never even processed that some of the things that it can do could even have been possible. So that's what's really cool to check out. So, yep, Jessica says makes sense and good. So it looks like a lot of you are on board. So I'm going to wrap this up because I'm getting tired and I need to call it a day, but I know tomorrow I'm not going to be live later at night because it's Friday night. I really don't want to be live on YouTube on Friday night. So I might try something different. Tomorrow, I might not be in this office. Tomorrow, I might be in my other office. I call it more of like my creative space. This is like my at home. This is like my studio. This is where I just feel comfortable because I'm surrounded by all the things that made me happy in life. And then that's another little fun fact. Like everything you're looking at made me happy in life. Like this original Swiss Army knife was on my Christmas list for years. As a kid, never got one, so I bought it, and it makes me really happy. The U.S. Robotics original V92 modem made me very happy because that was a modem that I had in my room that got me on the internet. This Casio little watch, you remember these little calculator watches? That makes me happy. So I've got, guess what? This Game Genie, that Game Genie makes me happy. So anyway, tomorrow I might not be in this office. I might be in my more creative space. It's not going to have great lighting. The camera's pretty good, but it's just not going to have great lighting. It's loud because it's on like a busy street. So, but I might do it just to test it and just see how it goes. But then next week I'll be back here for sure. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I work in my more creative space during the day, and then I come here at night. So I just want to test it out and see how it goes. But we'll see how it works. It doesn't really matter about the office I'm in anyway. It should matter about what the content you're actually getting. So we'll see. But that is all I have for now. Thank you so much for being here. Not only if you've hung out to the end and you liked and subscribed, I would love to even if you share this with like on Facebook or something, be like just with your friends and family and be like, hey, just got off this 1 hour and 20-minute live stream. This crazy guy is going live on YouTube every day talking about AI. You all should see this. If you're interested in AI, check this video out. And then, I don't know, just share it with people. Because, I mean, the more I just want to get more people into the live streams when I'm live, because it's going to be more of a party that we can all have fun, like hanging out with and hanging out together, meeting each other. And then afterwards, the after party really goes on like inside of Aiville 24/7. So, yeah, you're welcome, Donna, for the quality time. You're welcome, Oliver. Yep, Mike, I definitely am not going to forget the work-life balance. This YouTube channel was 14 years and 4 months in the making. So I'm just kind of all in because it's been a long time coming and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Good. So it looks like you're all on board. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here and have a great night. Bye for now.